Okay, Assalamualaikum. Let's look into chapter 6, power supply. So power supply is an electronic component that convert AC current to DC current. Okay, alternate current to direct current. So alternate current is the power that come from your wall outlet. So it's about 230 volt. Okay, and then it will enter your power supply. So your power supply will convert those 230 volt into the voltage that can be used by your motherboard or your computer system. So about 12.4 volt only. Okay, so let's look into this chapter. So first of all, what is electricity? So electricity is caused by the movement of electron, okay, from negative into a positive charge. So this movement of electron cause or produce the electricity. So what causes this electron to move? So we have two reasons of the movement. First is because the attraction of negatively charged electron to a positive charge. Second is mean of allowing the electron to move. So mean of allowing, we also call it as conductor. So best conductor should be the metal. Okay, so conductor is material that allow movement of electrons. So example is copper, aluminium, gold, other metal or water. Okay, so opposite of conductor is insulator. So insulator does not conduct electricity. Okay, so material that are not conduct electricity we call it as insulator. For example is wood, glass, plastic and air. Okay, so voltage. So for electricity, you need to understand the three what call it the three criteria, or also we call it as Ohm's law. Okay, voltage, current, and resistance. Okay, so voltage is V. Okay, volt, we measure voltage in terms of volt. So voltage is potential difference in a circuit. Okay, current or we measure into amp or ampere is electrical current. Okay, resistance is ohm. Okay, resistor of the current. Okay, so how much the material is opposing the flow of electricity. So we call it as resistance. Okay, so voltage. So what is voltage? So voltage is potential difference or electromotive force (EMF). So usually abbreviated as V and measured in volt. Okay, so voltage sometimes called potential difference of EMF. Okay, it's referred to the amount of potential energy the electron have in an object or circuit. Okay, so this voltage will determine the performance of the hardware that you are currently using. So for example, if that hardware require a high voltage or high energy and you cannot provide that kind of voltage, so that hardware cannot work at its expected performance. The second is the current. Okay, so current is how much electricity is flowing. So we measure current in terms of ampere. Okay, current refer to how much electricity is flowing, how many electrons are moving through a circuit in a unit of time. Okay, so current will determine how many hardware that can be supported by your power supply. Okay, next is resistance. So resistance will oppose the movement of electron. Okay, so resistance refer to how much the material that is conducting electricity oppose the flow of electron, because different hardware on your motherboard require different kind of voltage and different kind of ampere. Okay, for example like CPU require 3.3 volt and other hardware require 5.5 volt and so on. Okay, so this is what we call as Ohm law. Okay, voltage equal to I, okay, times R. Okay. So one of the one of the issue in the electricity is direct current. So what is a direct current? So direct current is the first and simpler type of electricity. Okay, we call it as a DC, direct current. So direct current is produced by battery, static, and lightning. Okay, so usually a voltage is created and possibly stored until circuit is completed. For example, like your battery. Okay, so the current will stay inside the battery until you provide a mean that allow the electron to move. Okay, for example, if you look into this picture, okay, the mean is so this cap. So this cap will connect both positive and negative. So mean that the current can work in a one way. Okay, let's mention here the current flow at a specific constant voltage. Okay, so usually the voltage is about 12 volt only. Okay, next is alternate current. So alternate current is unstable current. So this kind of current come from your wall outlet. Okay, so we call it as AC, alternate current, or in Malay, arus ulang alik. Okay, so this you get from your house wall and you use to power most of your electrical appliance. Okay, however, this AC current must be filtered by your power supply because your motherboard can accept the power that come from your wall outlet. So it's too big to be processed by the motherboard. Okay, so AC/DC. Okay, so AC/DC is alternate current and direct current. Okay, so it's convert from one current to another current. So this thing will be performed by the power supply. Okay, so the main function of power supply is to convert the AC current into the DC current. Okay, so introducing PSU. So PSU is power supply unit. Okay, so this is your power supply. Okay, as you can see it. So power supply is like a box, okay, that you put it on your computer case. Okay, so usually it has label on the top side. Okay, and this one we call it as a voltage selector. So usually we have two type of voltage selector, 110 and 230 volt. Okay, however, most of the newest power supply doesn't have the voltage selector anymore. Okay, because there is some problem with the voltage selector where if you mistakenly set your voltage selector, it could burn out your or destroy your power supply. Okay, so the example of the power supply label, as you can see here. So this kind of DC output provided by your power supply, and peak load is 450 watt. Okay, and then if you see here as input, so this power supply have the voltage selector. Okay, so you have two type of voltage, 115 or 230 volt. Okay, so rows of power supply. So basically we have four rows of power supply. Okay, first is for cooling. Okay, so the power supply contain the main fan that control the flow of air through the PC case. So usually underneath the power supply it has a cooling fan. Okay, the main function is to cool out all the temperature in your PC cases. Okay, second is stability. Okay, so stability means that a good power supply, okay, a good power supply will prevent your computer from having a mysterious problem, okay, such as system crashes, okay, hard disk create a bad setter, or cause software bug to appear. Okay, third is energy efficiency. So energy efficiency means that the power supply can work with most of your component to control the component. Okay, for example, let's say if you left your monitor for about 30 minutes doing nothing, okay, so the power supply can turn off your monitor for a while. Okay, so that's for energy efficiency. Okay, this to support the effect of the greenhouse, kesan rumah hijau. Okay, four is expandability. So the capacity of your power supply will determine how many hardware that you can use on your computer. Okay, so in case if you want to install more hardware than expected, so you must install a bigger power supply, a bigger capacity of power supply. Okay, so it's same with previous one. Okay, so this amount of connector on the power supply. Okay, so we have this the first thing. Okay, this one is 24 pin ATX. Okay, this one should be 24 plus 4. Okay, so if you can see here, so this thing is 20 and this one is 4. Okay, 24. So the older motherboard, okay, they only support 20 pin. Okay, the newer motherboard they support 24 pin. So that's why they create a universal power supply connector. Okay, they call it 24 plus 4. Okay, 24 plus 4. Okay, so this one is 4 pin MOLED, or we call it as MOLED connector. However, we rarely use this port anymore because it's usually for all the motherboard. Okay, and this one is 4 pin FDD. Okay, floppy disk drive. So this one to provide power to the floppy disk. Okay, and this one we call it, okay, 4 pin 12 volt power supply or auxiliary power supply connector to provide backup power to the motherboard. And this one is SATA power cable, okay, to provide power to the SATA hardware such as hard disk and CD-ROM, DVD-ROM, and etc. And this one is for PCI Express, okay, for your PCI Express card. And this one for auxiliary, and this one for the HP and Dell. Okay, specific for HP and specific for Dell. Alright. Okay, so this power supply for 80 motherboard. Okay, so this for the older motherboard. So usually they have two power connector. Okay, so they call it as P8 and P9. Okay, P8 and P9. Okay, so in order for you to install this cable, okay, so you must put the black cable side by side. Okay, so this one will be MOLED connector, this one will be mini MOLED or FDD. Okay, and this one will be auxiliary. Okay, so this is the latest one. So ATX power supply connector, this one. So this will be 20 pin, this will be 24 pin, this 24 plus 4, this one is 12 volt or auxiliary power supply connector, this one is PCI Express. Okay, and same with this one. Okay, for the PCI Express, so I think everyone of you know that usually the thing that we use for PCI Express is your graphic card. Okay, so this 80 power supply. Okay, we attach it here for the 80 motherboard. So P8 and P9. Okay, black wire side by side. Okay, so 80 power supply. Okay, and this one will be for the MOLED connector, this one. Okay, to provide power to your hardware. So this one will be your hard disk. Okay, if you see here, so this is for the MOLED. Okay, and this one for the IDE data cable. Okay, and this one for the jumper. Next, okay, so it is mini MOLED or FDD. We don't use this kind of port anymore. Okay, you put it here, and this one for the data cable and so on. Okay, so this for the floppy disk. Okay, and then this thing for the auxiliary power cable, and this for all 80 motherboard and early ATX. Nowadays we only use the 4 pin auxiliary power supply connector or the 12 volt power supply connector. Okay, next. So SATA power cable. So this one SATA power cable. Okay, so you put it into the SATA hardware. Okay, this one Okay, this for the SATA power cable, and this for SATA data cable. Okay, you see it has a L shape. Okay, L. Okay, this one for the ATX 20 pin. Okay, feed it into your power supply port. Okay, 20 pin. And also we have, next one is, okay, this about the power supply. Okay, okay, before this, all computer manufacturer can require each of their users to use their own power supply. Okay, mean that if the computer is produced by Dell, so you have to use the power supply produced by Dell. Okay, however, nowadays you can use any kind of power supply that you want based on your requirement. Okay, so this one would be 20 pin, you put it into the 24 port, so it can be done. Okay, however, maybe some of your hardware will not work. Okay, this one will be 24 pin into the 24 port, and this one 24 into 20. You can also put it here. Okay, 24 into the 20 port. And this one 20 plus 4. Okay, so 20 plus 4 is the current standard. Okay, because you can use it for both 20 port or 24 port. Okay, so this 4 pin. Okay, you often found this port near your CPU or processor. Okay, so this one will be PCI Express power cable for your graphic card. Okay, same, this one also for your graphic card. Okay, and this one for your cable. So we got hot, neutral, and ground. And this to check a receptacle tester. Okay, to verify that all your cable have been correctly attached. So basically we have a couple of power supply form factor. Okay, so we have small power form factor, okay, SFX, CFX, and LFX 12 volt. Okay, so the difference is in term of type of form factor that it can attach. Okay, for example, TFX, okay, for ATX power system, SFX for flexi ATX, CFX for BTX, and LFX also for the BTX system. Okay, so this depend on the type of your motherboard. But however, usually we only use TFX 12 volt because we rarely use the BTX system. Okay, unless you have a good motherboard or motherboard for your server. So this multimeter, okay, to check the state of the voltage or ammeter on current or electricity current of your power supply. Okay, problem with the power supply. So there are several problem with the power supply. Okay, first is surge. So surge is temporary increase of voltage. Okay, so voltage increase temporarily. We call it as a surge or spike. Second is line noise. Okay, line noise. So line noise is small variation in voltage level delivered to the computer. Okay, sometimes it's high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, and so on. Third is lightning strike. Okay, so lightning strike, it will deliver a charge of million of volt. Okay, usually it's hard for your home to be hit directly. Okay, maybe it can hit near the field around your house or a couple of miles from your house, and that strike will travel through the telephone line or electrical line to your house. Okay, four is brown out. So brown out is the opposite of the surge. Okay, is surge temporary increase, brown out is temporary decrease. Okay, and then blackout. Blackout is no power. Okay, mean there is no the electricity fail and there is no power available. Okay, so like NOS, I already said that. So small variation in the voltage level. Okay, sometimes it's brought to 130 volts, sometimes it's brought 250 volt. It can go lower and it can go upper. So that is line NOS. So that's why if you see at many cyber cafe or computer lab, okay, they have a line conditioner to create a smooth AC signal. Okay, it's like a big bulb, okay, that you can see it on the floor. Okay, surge. So surge is temporary increase of power. Okay, for example, it can increase from 220 volt to 1000 volt or even higher. That could damage your computer hardware. Okay, lightning strike. Okay, so it's rarely for the lightning to strike you on your face. Okay, so it will strike near your house or a couple of miles from your house. Okay, if you can see here, okay, a direct hit with lightning is very rare. Okay, but there is another lightning characteristic that more commonly affect the PC. Okay, so this one. Okay, near your PC, near means several miles. Okay, can induce current in metal object. So any wire that come in from the outside, so it could be the telephone wire or it could be the electrical wire. Okay, so the surge or the lightning strike can travel through those wire to your house. That can affect your computer component. Okay, brownout, so opposite of the surge. Okay, so for the brownout, there is a temporary decrease of power. So at that time, some of your component might not be working. Okay, and it usually lead into a mysterious problem. Okay, next is blackout. So blackout is power totally fail. So when blackout happen, your computer will totally shut down. Okay, unless if you are using your laptop. Okay, so it have a backup power. So that's why many organization they are using the UPS, uninterruptible power supply. So in case there is a blackout, so you still have a time to save your work. Okay, protection. So protection against power problem. So basically we have three type of protection. First is line conditioner. Second is uninterruptible power supply. Third is surge suppression and power station. So what is a line conditioner? Line conditioner is to create a smooth AC signal. Okay, main function adalah create smooth AC signal. Okay, for example, if you are getting 230 volts, so you will always be getting 230 volt. Okay, so how to do that? So we use this kind of thing. Okay, where it? Okay, this kind of thing. Okay, so we call it as a line conditioner. You mostly find this kind of thing on your computer at your computer lab. Okay, surge pressure. Okay, surge pressure to prevent against high damaging spike. Okay, or lightning strike and so on. Okay, you most often see this kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, so this thing can protect your computer against high voltage and so on, but depend on its capability or how many kilovolt that it can handle. And this one should be uninterruptible power supply. So what is uninterruptible power supply? So it provides an uninterruptible source of power for the equipment it protects. Okay, so usually we have two type of UPS. Okay, we have online UPS and offline UPS. So let's see into each type of category. Okay, so selection for the UPS. Okay, we look to the cost, okay, rating, degree of line conditioning and warranty and service policy. Okay, so benefit of UPS first provide uh, protection from brownout and spike, backup power during blackout, and protect against very highly potentially damaging spike. So we have three functions of UPS. So we have four types of UPS. Okay, the cheapest one would be standby UPS, and then ferro resonant UPS, line interactive UPS, and online intelligent UPS. So basically we have two categories of UPS. Okay, first is online, and another one is offline. Alright, offline. So the first three we call it under the offline. Okay, only online intelligence is under the online. So what are the differences between online and offline? So let's see to the next slide. Okay, so standby UPS is example of offline UPS. Okay, for the offline UPS, it has two source of power. Okay, so let me draw it. Okay, so let's say this is your wall outlet. Okay, this is your UPS, and this would be your computer. Okay. Okay, so for the offline UPS, it has two source of power. Okay, this one we call it as a primary power, this one we call it as a secondary power. Okay, for during normal operation or normal environment or normal situation, your computer will be using the primary power, which means the power from the wall outlet, AC outlet. Okay, but in case when the voltage drop below 90 volt, okay, when voltage drop below 90 volt, automatically it will transfer, okay, from the primary power into the secondary power. Okay, so that is uh, offline UPS. Okay, for the online UPS, okay, for the online UPS, okay, the eraser, yes. Okay, it's hard to see eraser. Okay, let me draw the diagram. Okay, this one for the online UPS. Okay, so for the online UPS, it only have one source of power. Okay, so the main power will come from the UPS battery. Okay, so in case of anything happen to your power source or power or electricity power, so nothing will happen to your computer because the power that they are using come from the UPS battery. So it will depend on the capability of the UPS battery for how long it can provide support to the computer. Okay, so the differences between the three type of offline is in terms of speed. Okay, the least speed would be standby UPS. Okay, and then ferro resonant UPS because they are using transformers. And then next is line interactive UPS because they are using the AC DC inverter, converter inverter. Okay, but the best one would be the online UPS. Okay, online UPS would be the best one. Why? Because there is no switching time from the primary into the secondary. However, there is some drawback of the online UPS. Why? Because the price is very expensive. Second is the battery will not hold the charge for long. Okay, because of drain and recharge. Okay, drain and recharge mean that your battery will be recharged every second. Okay, and it will be discharged because the electron will be sucked by the uh, by your computer. Okay, so this drain and recharge will make the cell on your battery cannot hold a charge for a long time. Okay, an easy example is like your laptop battery. Okay, for example, for the first year it can hold up to 4 hours. Okay, for the second year it can only hold charge for 3 hours, and for the third year it can only hold charge for maybe 2 hours, and subsequent year 1 hour, and until it cannot hold any charge anymore, and you have to replace the battery. Okay, so the concept is similar to your laptop battery. Okay, so general precaution in using your UPS. Okay, so you must always make notes so you can backtrack if anything happen to your computer. Okay, remove packing material from work area, so this thing can affect all your component. Okay, keep component away from hair and clothing. Okay, because it can be sucked by the fan. Keep screw and spacers in orderly place. Okay, don't step board, turn off power, and always use a ground bracelet, and so on. Okay, you can read this on your own. Okay, so ESD, so I think we have discussed about ESD on chapter 3. So electrostatic discharge, so they have 3 protection against ESD. You have to use ground bracelet, anti-static bag, and ground mat. And electromagnetic interference, to prevent EMI, you can use line conditioner. Okay, troubleshooting. So how to check whether your power supply is having problem? First, you check is any burn part or orders. Okay, you must smell your power supply at the back of your computer for this kind of sign. Second is everything connected. So check your cable, is computer plugged, and so on. All switch turn on. Okay, wall outlet good. Okay, if fans not running, turn off computer. Connection to the power supply secure, cut circulation seated, and so on. Okay, check for the correct wire and remove non-essential expansion card and vacuum entire unit, but you must not use a power vacuum, just use the USB vacuum. And this is a troubleshooting general guideline. Okay, you can follow this guideline in case if you have a problem with your power supply. Okay, this is how to install an exhaust fan. Some motherboard has it and other motherboard doesn't have it. Okay, this is how air flow on your or in your computer case. Okay, so power supply, so it will be on the top or bottom of your casing. Okay, it can or it will drive the airflow out of your casing. Okay, to cool up all the computer component. Okay, so these are some example of power management setup. Okay, power management method, we have APM, so advanced power management. We have DPMS. Okay, we have ATA for driver, and so on. Okay, so this need to control your or allow the CPU to communicate with other hardware in order to control it. Okay, for example, let's say if you're not using your computer maybe for about 30 minutes, so the operating system, the power supply, okay, they can turn off your computer. Okay, and other power management features, those times, standby, suspend, and so on. Alright, so that's all for this. So if you have any problem, okay, please free to ask me, and please leave your comment below on the summary of the chapter. So thank you. Assalamualaikum.